Now we'll start today's morning session. Good morning to one and all. I, Dr. R.H. Gajghat, welcome you all in today's morning session of 1 week faculty development program on 3D printing and design organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering, Christian College of Engineering and Technology, Bhilai, sponsored and funded by AICT under AICT Training and Learning Atal Scheme. Today's invited speaker for this session is Dr. Mukul Shukla, who has already joined with us. You are most welcome, sir. It's our honor and privilege to have Dr. Mukul Shukla with us, who will deliver a talk on topology optimization and lattice design for additive manufacturing. Now I would like to give a brief introduction of our today's speaker, Dr. Mukul Shukla, sir. Dr. Mukul Shukla is working as a professor in Department of Mechanical at MNIT Allahabad, Prayagraj. His area of interest are metal additive manufacturing, polymer composites, FEM optimization, CAD, DOE, etc. He has obtained his Bachelor of Engineering degree from Government Engineering College, Jabalpur in 1989 and Master of Engineering degree from MNREC Allahabad in 1991 and PhD in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2006. He has performed a number of responsibilities at MNIT Allahabad like Vice President, MNIT Alumni Association, Member of Senate, RNC Standing Committee, Department Faculty Advisory Committee, Department Masters Program Committee, Nodal Officer, Conveyor, NIRF, Associate Dean, Deputy Dean, Planning and Development, President, Students Activity Center, Coordinator, NBA, Joint Secretary, Student Society of Mechanical and Production Engineers, Officer in charge, National Cadre Corps, Warden in charge, Student Hostel, etc. He got 4 patents for process for the manufacturer of a titanium composite, fuel filter, UVC, invertible, double deck, mesh, conveyor, a disinfection system, and a portable diagnostic system for a medical condition using X-ray imaging of lungs. He got the various awards and honors by the prestigious organizations and institutions. He completed many research projects of more than rupees 3 crores funded by DST, DRDO, ARDB, NPIU, TCube, CRS, etc. He has supervised number of MTech and PhD scholars. He has published a book, Concept of Engineering Design, and 9 book chapters. He has published more than 60 papers in international journals and more than 20 papers in conference proceeding. He has given many keynote speeches, expert talks in reputed conferences, workshops, webinars, etc. He is a regular reviewer of various scopus as SCI Index, journals, conferences, transactions. He is the life member of professional bodies like Institute of Engineers India, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, International Association of Engineers. He has developed polymer composite lab, thermomechanical material characterization lab, and CAD lab at MNIT. We are very fortunate to have such an eminent personality with us. Thank you very much, sir, for joining with us. Now, I would like to hand over this session to you. Over to you, sir. Please, sir.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Adesham. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So kindly allow me to start. Okay. I'm able to start the recording also. Okay. This is a new Zoom feature as I see.
Now you can share your slide also, sir.
I'm trying to, yes. Give me a minute. All right, can you confirm if you are able to see it?
It's fine.
Okay, good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mukul Shukla. I am a professor at MNNIT in Allahabad, Prayagraj. And in this Atal FDP on 3D printing and design, my talk, as just introduced, is going to be on what is called topology optimization and lattice design. The focus is obviously for additive manufacturing. So let me begin by asking as to how many of you are aware of this concept called generative design, called lattice design, or topology optimization. Anybody would like to just share? Let us make it a bit interactive, early morning time. Good morning. Anybody of you who is into all this in any way? Hello? Hello? If you are not into it, say no at least. A couple of you can say a no.
No,
No, sir.
sir.
New media, it's all looking
New
new.
for us, sir.
Okay. So why I was asking this question is so that I at least get some idea as to your background around this topic. Accordingly, I can just modulate my lecture, keeping it a basic and an introductory one. Okay, so at least I'm sure all of us are duly aware of the concept of design, having studied it at UG level and master's level. But I'll try and give a different flavor today. So all this is basically governed with what is called this new design or creative design or something different we want to do. So we will see what is the meaning of this generative design. Then we will move on to my topic, which is lattice design. All right. I'm not able to give a demo today on this lattice design because that needs some more time. I rather will give you a demo on topology optimization, which is Abacus FEM software based. Okay, just a second. Yes. So as we all are aware, today we're talking of what is called this Industry 4.0 or the fourth industrial revolution, wherein we have what are called cyber physical manufacturing systems. So manufacturing is no more done in isolation. It is all connected through the internet. And that is where you use what is called IoT, big data, cloud computing, machine learning, smart factory, robotics, and AM. And this last part is the theme of this Atal FDP. So in light of all this, when we are talking of the digital age and everything which is computerized, so we will also now see the design perspective of this. And you will see that it is all computer based. So whether it is a lattice design, whether it is topology optimization, it is all going to be computer based. Now, beginning with, you see that creativity and new product design, new product development concept, obviously there must be a reason for doing it. So the first thing is, what is the need? Why you do it? This is a typical model, a very simple model, which is taken from the Shigle's book. Okay, so design book, you all are aware, this is the masterpiece book, textbook. So the recognition of a need, what is driving you? Once you have some product who has some limitations, that is what motivates you to do something new. Accordingly, we will define the problem. What is the scope of my problem? What will be the limit or what is my aim? Then I will start and combine whatever is needed to do that job. So I will start adding my bits and pieces, and then synthesis is what is the meaning there. Having done all that initial work, now I will start the good and bad part of it, analysis, and then the max min part of it, trying to do it better and better, improve it. Having done all that, somebody should be able to test it or validate it. Okay. So this is the, once the product is ready, you evaluate it and under certain conditions in standard lab conditions, or there is something called benchmarking which we do. Having all done all that, the last stage is what we say is the launch of the product. So this is the total or the typical product development cycle. Most of us are aware. Now let's quickly define design. All of us know, but sometimes we give a very vague definition of design. Okay. In my opinion, this is what is the meaning of design, that you want to decide the material, the size or dimensions, and the form or shape. What for? For meeting the given need, any need, and that meeting of the need should be successfully done or safely also done. Okay, so this is the purpose of design, and on top of it, I also can add a price tag. So I want to make it cheap and maybe available to all comfortably within the pocket of a common man. So this is the broad definition. Very often when you ask students what is design, they will not be able to say design is like finding the dimensions, choosing the material, and for example shape. So I can have a cross section which is say circular, it can be a rectangle, or it can be an I beam. So that shape cross section choosing is what we call it as the form choosing. Now as we all are aware, design today is largely user based. So come get rid of all those second year, third year machine design and all. Even that has now become what is called your human centric, need based, and therefore the element of creativity is extremely important. अगर आप पुराना वही सब पुराना पुराना कॉन्सेप्ट स्टीरियोटाइप कॉन्सेप्ट you will publish or present, it has little impact. And the concept of safety and green, which is eco-friendly or recyclability, and economy is also very, very important. Because of all these pressing demands, we have switched over entirely to the CAD concept. And lately we are applying this AI/ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning concept in a very big way in design also. So the focus today is not on meeting one function, right? The focus today of my design, for example, just take, let me give you an example, which is your mobile phone. Now the mobile phone, initially the phone was only to connect, but now more. Now the mobile phone is all in one. It can do practically everything. It is a scanner. It is a video camera. It is an audio device. Radio is there. Everything. So that is a simple example. And therefore, this concept of generative, and the meaning of generation here, the generative is basically generations. So from your grandfather to father to you to your son, this is how the design is evolving. And in our real life, we can see plenty of examples around. I'll quickly, briefly, in the next 10 odd slides, show you some snapshots, which will just inculcate some creative thinking around a different way of thinking towards the same product. For example, automobile. Why I wrote it up there is because you see plenty of two-wheeler models, plenty of four-wheeler car models, or every second model is so different to the other, and it looks very I may say better than the other. So मेरा प्रोडक्ट मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है, मेरी घड़ी मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगती, दूसरे की घड़ी ज्यादा अच्छी लगती है. Okay, then come to say a furniture. You take a mobile phone, again the same example. So many brands are coming, so many models are coming, and wonderfully well designed. Particularly all these Chinese products, they're not Chinese typically. We give a tag like Chinese. Yeah, they're super, particularly mobile phones. And when you come down to, for example, let us say garments, games, movies, advertisements, jewelry design, garment side delivery road, for example, masks. In this pandemic time, mask has become like an integral part of our daily lives. However, the mask design, if you see from real perspective, companies like Jockey today have come up with their own masks, expensive, high-end branded masks. Okay, and then architecture and consumer products. You go to a company like Amazon or Flipkart, you find tens of thousands of products. How? Because it's all available, and the time is no more of India only. Anywhere, any product from world, you can get it. So I'll show you in the next 10 slides some very creative examples. Just see the geometry of it. Okay, so let me begin with buildings. So you see that fancy shape there or there, which is free form shape, and in Dubai and so on, particularly all those skyscrapers are brilliantly designed, beautiful aesthetic design. And then this is the concept of the green building, where energy saving and all that is into practice. Moving on to aircrafts, the Rafales and the Sukhois and all this. See, this is just imitating the shape of a bat. So the stealth aircraft, Tohi Viman hai ye, you are not able to capture it. It's a stealth aircraft and made of carbon composite, the black color. And you see that's ergonomically designed, aerodynamically simulated. Another concept which is going to be the future is what is you all are aware is that of an air taxi. So just like these Olas and Ubers and all, they have come up in electric vehicle field already, and we'll shortly have like a one-seater or a two-seater or at max a three-seater helicopter meant for rides of say 50 miles or 100 miles or 150 miles. So you want to go from say Allahabad, Prayagraj to Lucknow or Kanpur, or go from say Raipur to nearby say Jabalpur. You can just quickly hover on tick. So the idea I'm just trying to say is you see this design out there. Okay, you can park it on the rooftop. Okay, and then start off your journey quickly. So this is going to be the feature very shortly. Moving on to cars, you see all these beautiful cars, designer cars, very expensive Lamborghinis and all. You see that 6.5 lakh dollar cost. Ferraris, custom made. One of the star designers in car in India is this gentleman called DC. Do you know him? Huh? A car designer, DC. Can anybody tell me his name? Hello. Can anybody tell me his name? DC, car designer, famous car designer of India.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Just
Chabra.
just tell me the name of. Do you
Sir.
know the name?
Hello. It's Mr. Chabra. Hello.
थोड़ा सा गलत हो रहा है. छाबरा के आसपास ही है.
Hello.
Dilip.
Right. So Dilip is also correct. Chhabra is also almost correct. Dilip Chhabaria is the
Chhabaria, right.
So Dilip Chhabaria, yes. What I'm only trying to say is these are custom-made Ferraris, isn't it? The Tarzan the Wonder Car एक picture आया था उसमें उसने बनाया था. Why I'm only saying is you see that we call it as A class surfaces in surface modeling and all. But the dies are needed to manufacture these panels, whether they are metal panels or they are plastic panels or composite panels. Very, very creative, very, very expensive, high-end stuff. Moving on to some motorcycles, very quickly I'll show you because a lot of youngsters are there in the audience. See these beautiful motorcycles, self-standing, isn't it? This 500cc may not be easy to park. So at the bottom you see that stand there, ये खुद ही लग जाता है अपने आप. And some more motorcycles, wonderfully designed. See that cantilever there? Okay, cantilever seat. Few more designs of the Audi's cantilever beam. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show you is on bicycles. Well, if you go to Netherlands, you will see plenty of these wooden bicycles. So as a student project, at least you can take up something like this, where you're trying to you just browse. You will.
उतना सस्ता आता ही है.
Yeah. Any doubts?
नहीं अमेज़न पे पड़ता है. आप ऐसे भी लेंगे ₹100.
Just kindly participant may mute themselves and unmute when needed. Feel free to talk to me. Thank you. So some bicycle designs, as you see, just to maybe charge you up for doing something different. Particularly in pandemic times, you might have seen there were plenty of gadgets, plenty of things which were the need of the hour. As per the need and requirement, we came up. So some cycle design. Have a look at this. This chassis of this cycle, the way things are, and these are, by the way, working models, not just only a CAD concept. Some basic daily gadgets. You see that ring there, I randomly picked. For example, this is an ironing board, but at the back of that iron board there is a mirror. तो जैसे ही आपने प्रेस किया कपड़े में पहना तो उसको तुरंत देख लीजिए वही मिरर. And this is a USB drive. There are plenty of such examples. I will request all of you today to just maybe Google for something called say creative designed products or best designs, awarded designs. You will get plenty of such examples. So now this is a cork material और उसमें ये USB drive है. Now this is nothing but a mug or a coffee mug, but this handle there is itself like a rest at the bottom. So just by these 4-5 examples, I'm only trying to say that we are trying to get something different in the design. And this is what will take us to lattice design. And finally, we will try to optimize it using the concept of topology optimization. Moving on to generative design, I'm sure you have all seen these movies called Spider-Man, Iron Man, Batman and all. वहां पर ये देखिए ये जो होता है, initially it is like if you see the Spider-Man, he's like ordinary physique, he has ordinary physique, but then it will transform. And similarly, this hand thing in the hand, this weapon in the hand transforms. So generative design is also like transforming design. Let me show you by means of an example. So what we do is we keep on exploring. So it is not a frozen design. And then what happens is different design goals engineers keep on putting. And the parameters, for example, can be on materials. There can be some size requirements, some constraints on weight and strength and manufacturing and cost. So therefore, you come up with multiple designs, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, and then you apply what is called nowadays the AI based algorithms and cloud computing. When you have hundreds of designs, so which one do you pick out of these multiple predefined criteria? One more example I'll show you later on. So out of these multiple designs, you pick whatever is best suited for you. Let me give you an example of this traditional design by means of this chairs example. So that is known to us all, traditionally designed chair. But when I go for, see this uniform lattice design, lattice is nothing but, we all know in our material science knowledge, BCC, FCC and hexagon HCP, those are nothing but arrangements. I will show you later also. Arrangement karna is that concept. Similarly, here also we are trying to make some holes and make it lightweight. So something which was 10 kg has become 4 kg now, making it lightweight. And remember, gentlemen, ladies, that your functionality is not getting defeated. ये कुर्सी टूट नहीं जाएगी, इसको हल्का बनाने के चक्कर में आपने तोड़ दिया. No, that's not the case. And this is the latest concept, which is evolutionary design. Evolutionary means nature inspired. Just for example, if you take your arms, for example, you see the arms are thicker out here and then they get slimmer towards the end. Or you take your thighs, the leg portion, the thighs are bigger and then it slows down. So it's like a cantilever beam, and the maximum bending moment and the maximum bending stresses are there. So wherever maximum stress, you should have maximum material and it should not break. So that is that evolutionary. Evolutionary means nature inspired. So saving of weight, this is 3 kg, that was 4 kg, and originally it was 10 kg. This is that whole concept, and we will see it by means of a simple example towards the end of my lecture. Same is demonstrated for a chair. You see, that is my traditional chair used for sitting. But can I make it lightweight? You see, so I'm trying to make it, the legs are no more same in cross section. The legs are tapering at the bottom, which is fair enough. And this is my iteration number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 5th iteration, you see it is a much lightweight concept. And remember, the factor of safety is still within, say, 2 or 3, the range, whatever you decide. This might have a factor of safety of say 10 or 15, which is over designed. टूटती नहीं है कभी. We don't want that. We want less material ergonomically. If you see this is item number 5 is a much better appealing visually. So something like that is shown here. Another example, you see those cutouts. ये cutout ऐसे निकाल देना. No more is it just a solid. So that concept of taking solid material, you take a wooden plate or a plyboard, is all gone now. So this was that multi-objective thing I was saying. So for example, you take, this is a bracket. Now this bracket, all of them will do the job. But when you have multi-objectives, I can have 2 objectives. Say objective 1 can be that minimize the weight. But the second objective can be that the natural frequency of this bracket should be less than or largely away from the resonating frequency. ठीक है ना भाई? ऐसा हो सकता है? ऐसा हो सकता है कि नहीं? I can have 2 objectives. Am I right? Idea, are you getting? Multi-objective, if some of you know, this is what happens, that in trying to minimize weight, your body should not match the frequency of that new body should not match with that of the resonating. So these are my two objectives which I want to comply together. And out of these multiple designs, then I pick, like I showed you, say 16 of them, मैंने 12th वाला pick किया, and that 12th वाला is this one. Okay. Moving on, materials part is very important. These were all my traditional materials which were used, and the modern day materials are all these composites, polymers. Polymers or plastics particularly have swept our world. Nanomaterials, various types of alloy, and similarly on the manufacturing also, it was largely all CNC machining, milling, drilling, and all. But today, additive manufacturing, which is the theme of this workshop also, is swept us in a big way, and the life is going to be all that. So continuing with lattice design, the first part of my talk, I'll give you some examples and the motivation how we should now approach design. Okay, for example, you see trees, the way trees are designed, the way they are structured is so very different, isn't it? Just I gave you the example of the chair's leg was like this. Similarly, if you see a tree, the tree is say there, it may go something like this. So this is naturally evolved or bionic, what we call it as the bionic design. So next time when you see any insect, any bird or any animal, or we even humans, for example, each one is so different to the other. And I'm slowly taking you towards this bone implant and lattice design. The maximum application of lattice design is in the implants, medical implants field. Lot of talks have already been held and few more are still lined up. So the shape of a bone, it is not uniform cross section. If I take just a cylinder, this is not this section of the bone. The bone can be typically like say there, that type of a shape can be there. Why? Because this is all nature inspired. So I'll show you some examples here. Well, just one of them, and that is this helicopter insect, right? I am sure you have seen this insect flying around. पहले तो बहुत था, आजकल धीरे धीरे extinct हो रहा. But you see those wings out there, 4 of them in number, very thin, and this beautiful color and this long body, which is just like a helicopter design. And the most complicated of examples I normally cite is that of a child in a mother's womb. Initially, it is just a single cell or maybe a small entity, and over a period of 9 months it evolves. So एक माँ के अंदर पेट के अंदर जो वो रहता है उसका किस तरह से ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है. You see the spinal cord of the lady is down there, and this is that stomach area which is evolving, and after the delivery of the child again it tries to go back to its original shape and form. So this is the evolutionary part of it which I wanted to show you. As I said, multi-purpose, time come hai, let me go. So just like the cell phone example I gave. In additive manufacturing also, you have been told about supports. So we do need supports in additive manufacturing. So the supports are no more solid supports. The supports are nowadays like trees, as you can see here. And this is that concept of lattice supports or lightweight supports. The additive manufacturing will become much quicker. So a few years down the line, it was all solid structures. Then came some lattice concept trying to minimize material time, cost, etc. So one example there, this is out of SLM in metal. You can print it, say, in stainless steel or titanium or cobalt chromium. So that type of a lattice design can now be done. Some more examples I will quickly run through. And in architecture and design also, again, same concept of less material and lightweight and quick. And metal additive manufacturing particularly has swept the AM domain right now. Earlier, it was all limited to your plastics, but no more. The prices of the machines are coming tumbling down, and very shortly, plenty of IITs and NITs already have machines around, and then we will have very shortly in more and more institutions. So you see, this cutout is not deliberately done. This is done for a reason. So this is that concept of cutting it out in different shapes. As you can see, this is a hex cut. The normal, most common cut is that circular cut. You can do square cut, you can do rectangular cut. I'll show you some more cutouts, shapes and all. So this is how you can print a creatively designed with lattices and lightweight or 3D printed bracket. So additive manufacturing is the savior. Otherwise, इस तरह के part को बनाना by casting or by milling is very, very challenging. There's loss of material, lot of wastage, which is overcome by 3D printing. Otherwise, this weight is also much larger and the weight is gradually decreased. Some examples more, you see this fashionable plaster, you might have seen it also. We also did some work around it. And in medical implants, as I just emphasized, the lattice designs are used in a big way. Why? For example, I said, let me spend a minute. You see the modulus of elasticity, typical modulus of elasticity of a bone, let us say femur bone, is around say 20 GPa. Okay. Whereas if you put a stainless steel rod या plate लगा देते हैं या titanium का अगर आप लगा देते हैं तो for a stainless steel you know that the modulus of elasticity can be 200 GPa. So now you see body में हमारे डॉक्टर साहब लगा देते हैं क्या रॉड लगा दी प्लेट लगा दी but you see this is a huge mismatch. What was needed was matching material which was around 20 GPa. It is now at 200. Then what happens is mismatch hota hai, integration nahi hota body mein, and after 3 years or 2 years you see that the patient has to be reoperated. So therefore in these medical implants I can reduce the strength, I can reduce the weight, I can reduce the cost using this concept of lattice design. So this is, you see the blown up view of this. ये आपका knee में आपके घुटने में जो that is like this disc there or katori type of a thing there. This is used in knee replacement. And if you see the fine zoomed in view, you will see that there is all these lattices. I will just show you in my future slides. Now, as I said, is this all done using softwares today? So these are the popularly used softwares for lattice designs and even for additive manufacturing ka finite element analysis. Some of you might be interested in the FEM aspect of additive manufacturing. So there is this software called Autodesk Within, which is very good. And then all this Fusion 360 and Topology एक बहुत popular software आया है जो कि नाम ही indicate कर रहा है. This is very good for topology or lattice design creations. Rhino, etc. are also all there. When I talk of FEM, this is a software called NetFab, and then the ANSYS is also in a big way now. They have added a lot of modules into this ANSYS additive module. So all those who are interested or doing some research, this is a very hot area of research, because what happens is the fidelity or what we call as the belief or confidence level, the confidence in AM is still low. Do you agree, guys? Do you agree with this? Hello? हाँ डॉक्टर साहब राधेश्याम जी.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, yes.
Yeah,
So my question to the audience was, how confident are you about an additively manufactured product? Is it the same as a casted product or a metal forged product? Are you equally confident?
yeah, yes.
No, but people say that, there is a directional behavior in additive manufacturing. The Z direction properties are not good. We had a talk from DRDL gentleman or ARCI gentleman. He might have also told you that in aerospace, we want to apply it, but we are still not able to make flying parts. Did he tell you that? Did he tell you?
Yes, sir.
Hello? I'm sure he might have told you, particularly in metals and particularly in critical applications like outer space, aerospace, and military and defense. What I'm trying to simply say by all this is that simulation, whether it is NetFab or ANSYS additive, simulation can be a very, very useful approach and a very, very, I mean, very inexpensive approach, because every time making a metal product, metal sample and testing it and all is very, very challenging. So please venture into this line, all of you who are interested. Moving on to some examples of all these lattice designs. For example, you see these are technical words: Kelvin cell, octet, simple cubic, all of you know, hexagonal honeycomb, all of you know, square honeycomb. And this is a new thing which I will tell you. It's called TPMS. So these are nowadays available in software like say Rhino or Entopology, like a library. जैसे CAD software में you are able to create a cylinder, a sphere, a cone. So these were all primitives again available as in the library. Similarly, all these lattice designs, so whether it is a simple cubic or a TPMS, are all available on a button click. So you just pull it down and then use it. Let me tell you about this TPMS because these are very, very additive manufacturing friendly. ये देखिए इस तरह का शेप कट करना, ये देख रहा है ना आपको, ये कट करना एक नॉर्मल सीएनसी मशीनिंग से इट इज वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट, right? Because the shape is like intertwined, like in our body. If you see our bones, they are porous. If you see a tree structure, the tree is having a porous structure, and that porosity is not through and through. The porosity is like the body fluids and the tree liquids. When you water a tree, it sucks water and it goes up. How? By means of this percolation like this. It is not a straight percolation. As you will see, ये कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है, ये देखिए यहाँ, it is not a through and through. ये देखिए, it is going like this. So this type of a creation is very easy nowadays using these lattices, but manufacturing is only possible with additive. And all those supports in between, they are like water soluble supports or easily disintegrable supports. You can withdraw them. Okay, so Schwartz model or gyroid, this is very very popular. Diamond model, इनसे क्या करते हैं, आप एक यूनिट सेल लेते हैं. So you take a unit cell as shown there and you can then build like a 4x4x4 or a 8x8x8. You can build a scaffold. So जैसे हड्डी टूट गई है, so wherever that little portion which is broken, let us say it is into, you meet an accident and it has chirped out and into fine pieces. So now what the doctor can do is print it, what? Say in PLA or in titanium, using this lattice designs, and quickly print it and then fit it into your body. Okay, so जब बड़ा चाहिए, say if it is say 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter, you will need repeated unit cells, and this is how you will use a gyroid unit cell or a diamond unit cell. So plenty of papers. One of my PhDs is also about to submit on this very concept, the behavior of these in a medical domain. Okay, so I will just briefly switch over to another PowerPoint for lattice design. Dr. Radheshyam, any comments so far?
No, sir.
Or the audience?
The audience, please.
Because this is the second, there are 3 parts. I'm moving to the second part. The third is topology. Any doubts so far?
Sir, I have few questions, but I would like to ask at the end.
No, if it is relevant to whatever I have covered so far, we can talk now. See, what happens is around 30 minutes is the retention time. थोड़ा सा variety देता हूँ मैं.
So far, the talk is very good. It's like general talk, but some points I would like to, ask when you cover in next session. No? So that will be relevant then, I think. So it is not relevant now.
Okay. As you say. Okay, fine. Any other question? Anybody? Any question? Anybody? Any observation? See, I'm keeping it a bit generic, okay? Because right in the beginning, I asked this question that how many of you have done all this? All right. If not, then let me go ahead. Saab, can I go ahead?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So I've been talking of all these cellular solids or what is called this lattice structure, right? So sometimes what happens is you are all aware of this foam, या sofa में use करते हैं या कहीं packaging में use करते हैं, you all are aware of those structures. But now I'm trying to tell you that thermocol foam, how exactly can you see inside? थोड़ा देखिएगा. So what one approach in these cellular solids can be stochastic. As you know, the meaning of stochastic is random. So when you make it randomly, what will happen is you see that hole is big, that is small, koi tircha hai, koi aada hai. However, you can also have what is like well-designed non-stochastic lattice structures. तो जैसे ये जाली है आपके कूलर की जाली होती है ना जी, कूलर की जाली, if you see that cooler net is nothing but uniformly done in 2D, and similarly in 3D you could do it. Okay, so the same is the concept now in lattices. As I said, the only thing is this repeating unit, which I said that your unit cell is repeated. 1, 2, 3 in one direction, similarly in the other direction and in the third direction. So what I was trying to tell you, these cells are normally very small sized, 1 mm, because remember we are trying to mimic those bones and those tree structures and all. So they are all very, very fine. So my millimeter, micrometer, that type of a thing is all available. Okay, and additive manufacturing, as I said. Quickly, I'll show you. There are, if I want to categorize these lattice structures on the basis of the mechanical response, I can categorize it into two. One of them is called bending dominated. जब आप इस पे load लगाते हैं, let us say you put a compressive load on this lattice. So what will happen is it will respond. Now the response can be either bending dominated or stretch dominated. Okay. So first, let me give you some examples. For example, you see this strut. There is a concept called strut. ये जो ये ऐसे डंडे टाइप के हैं, those are my struts, those cylinders. The way you arrange these cylinders will give you nodes and the number of struts. So I will just tell you by one means of one example. You see, these are BCC and BCCZ, FCC and cubic structure, diamond structure, just by reorienting them suitably. So what happens is, on the basis of the strut, there is this decision to be taken whether it is bending dominated or stretch dominated. So there is a concept of Maxwell number. This Maxwell number M is found out by this formula here, S minus 3n plus 6, whereas is the number of struts and n is the number of nodes. So the next slide will show you that if the Maxwell number is turning out to be negative, then I will call it as bending dominated. And if it is positive, then the strut is said to be stretch dominated. अब ये example देखते हैं BCC में, the number of struts is 8. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 on top side and similarly 4 plus 4 on the bottom side. So ऊपर के 4 strut, नीचे के 4 strut makes it 8 struts and the 8 nodes are already there. ये बीच में एक और center पे node हो जाता है. So the number of nodes is 9, the number of struts is 8. When you put it in the formula, you get M as a negative number. That means this BCC unit cell is bending dominated. Okay. So just one example. So similarly, you can do it for diamond, you can do it for FCC and so on. The other type, एक तो मैंने बताया strut type, दूसरा मैंने बताया shell type. The second type of lattice structures are shell type. So what is done is, instead of the struts only, you put plates also. ये देखिए ऊपर ऐसी plate लगा दे रहे हैं ये ऐसी ऐसी. Okay, like a covering. तो कपड़ा पहना दिया प्लेट का. तो द सेम FCC BCC के ऊपर अगर आप प्लेट लगा देंगे तो you will get another type of lattice structures which are hollow from inside but have a covering on top. So this is the shell type of lattice structures. And TPMS, I just showed you some examples like gyroid and all. वो मैंने बताया था ना, जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है देखिए, diamond shape, gyroid shape. These are used in implants. Very, very popular nowadays. The average curvature is of this is said to be equal to 0. तो एक का कर्वेचर अगर पॉजिटिव है तो दूसरे सरफेस का नेगेटिव होता है, तो द नेट कर्वेचर ऑफ ऑल ऑफ दिस is said to be equal to 0. This is the unique property of TPMS, and the TPMS stands for triply periodic minimal surface. Triply periodic, triply means XYZ, and periodic means along that repeated value can be in terms of some function. Again, XYZ का function होता है, periodic function, and the surface area is basically minimized. Okay, that is this word called TPMS, and it is used very, very extensively in, written in my second line, it is used in all these bone implants. Why? Because curvature इसका बिल्कुल bone जैसा होता है, and दूसरा, the local stresses are reduced. The stress concentration या stress mismatch, we call it in implants field, stress mismatch. There is already couple of talks held on implants and medical applications and all. So there is a word called, some of you are recalling, called stress shielding. याद आ रहा है जी? Was this word mentioned somewhere? Hello? Hello?
Sir. Yes, sir. I can recall. Sir.
Was this word told to you somewhere? Stress shielding.
Yes, I have been told.
Yeah.
Stress.
Yes, exactly. So all your bio talks and medical talks would have talked of this word again. So I'm also telling you the same thing, that these TPMS, what is the advantage? You know, they are easily manufactured, fine, but the main advantage in terms of the functionality, one is that the curvature matches. So always remember, I told you को पेशेंट को 1 साल बाद या 6 महीने बाद एक सेकंड सर्जरी का जरूरत ना पड़े. That is the need of it. Very often, like my mother-in-law's case, it happened 9 months back. She was operated for in her arm, and today it is not, you know, that plate and rod and screws and all are not matching. The doctor, another doctor is saying, no, let's do another operation. For him, it is just an operation, but the trauma which the patient has to bear of a surgery, open surgery with cuts, that is what we are trying to minimize. And then I said the strut-based designs are very, very easy to manufacture. Plenty of applications. Time थोड़ा कम है, जल्दी जल्दी चलते हैं. Biomedical implants, I told you. So what we want is, we don't want highly stiff. I gave you the example of stainless steel, और उसके बगल में क्या रखा हुआ है? Bone रखा हुआ है. So the bone is like a softer one, and the stainless steel is a very rigid and non-compliant one. यही mismatch शुरू हो जाता है. I don't want that, isn't it? So the two should be compatible. So what I want is sufficient strength and high permeability, but the stiffness should not be a mismatch. So similarly, plenty of applications in shoe soles with controllable stiffness. Let us say कोई high jump का athlete है, उसका जो जूता बनेगा वो different बनेगा, और अगर कोई triple jump का athlete है तो उसका different बनेगा. That is possible by means of these lattice structures, and plenty of applications in aerospace, automotive, and heat exchanger. For example, I am trying to show heat exchanger. Maybe the idea is to make what your heat transfer more and more and more. How? By using this concept of area, surface area and all, and then shock absorption, etc. Also, plenty of softwares I said already. बाकी तो ये सब उतने का पॉपुलर नहीं है. ये है, ये this is like a free software. All those who of you who are interested may go and download it and try to use it. Okay, yeah, I think I can skip all this. Time is a bit less. Yes, couple of articles here and references also. Just you may take a snapshot. It is being recorded. Dr. Radhesham, recording कर रहे हैं ना आप? है ना? Hello.
Recording.
I hope it is being going on. Thank you. So please see this end topology, medical applications, and how to process it. Couple of articles are there. I will move back to my lattice design thing. And I'm almost done. So this is the conclusion of this part of it, that in modern day paradigm, we are using AI-based CAD and additive manufacturing coupled with a variety of materials. Some of the speakers must have spoken on it. आजकल ceramic की printing हो रही है. We are talking of glass printing. Composites printing is already, fiber reinforced plastic or composites printing is already ongoing. Plastics were already there, but the focus is not on the focus is on high temperature thermoplastics. The focus or the challenge is on high temperature thermoplastics, like 250 plus degrees centigrade. And the examples are all these PEEK and PEC and all those. इस पे काम काफी चल रहा है. Metals are already there. Lot of work is ongoing in the field of it. The whole idea is to develop novel products and work out towards your industry 4.0. So the two parts of my thing, the third and the longer part is this topology optimization. Now, before we commence, let me ask the word meaning. How many of you are aware of the word meaning called topology? I'm sure you have all heard of it, maybe in your CAD isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Your CAD knowledge.
It is the exterior look of an object.
Okay, but you see, topology is a mathematical term and a scientific term. I wanted a slightly scientific answer. If you have, the answer is fine. To a layman, it is fine. What is appearing, but is there some technical answer to it? What do you mean by topology? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, no problem. Well, so I'll tell you in my next few slides what is the meaning of topology and then what is the literal meaning of this topology optimization. I at least can ask that I'm sure all of you do know what is optimization. ये पता है सबको? ये पता है सबको?
Yes, sir. We know. I mean, on optimization. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sure. See, very quickly to tell you, it's not an optimization class. I do lecture it for 6 months to masters and final year. So optimization, all of us will know at least one which is in calculus, where we find the minima. That I'm sure you all know, first derivative, second derivative. So that is already known to us. The other exposure to optimization must have been in operations research. Majority of us would have studied in final years or third years the operations research, where everything was linear programming. So this linear programming, the graphical method was even taught to us in the school. So class 10 and 11 में पढ़ते थे हम लोग ग्राफिकल मेथड. याद आ रहा है जी? याद आ रहा है ना जी? Simplex method, transportation, assignment, ये सब याद आ रहा है जी? That was all nothing but
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. But I'm now going to tell you what is topology optimization. And gentlemen and ladies, please remember, ये linear नहीं है. हम जो करेंगे ये total non-linear programming होता है. Okay, so we will see it in the next 40 odd minutes. So now the very concept I already introduced is that any block like this is loaded, take off all the unnecessary material. So wherever the stress is large, the material should be more. जहां पे कम stress वहां से निकालो. Like I gave you the example of my human arm. Wherever maximum stress, you keep it big, isn't it? Or that chair example. However, if you take any building, etc., you see that beam is uniform in cross section. The columns are all uniform because of manufacturability. So please remember this lightweighting. Topology optimization is nothing but lightweighting. The same shoe is lightweight. The same chair, the same car, the same helicopter is lightweight. And please remember, optimization, चाहे हमने operations research में किया था, it was iterative. So first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, and then you converge or stop. So as shown here, you see this is an example of an aircraft wing stringer या जो stiffener होता है. So your aircraft wing is say like this, but it has those stiffeners here. ऐसे stiffeners लगे रहते हैं. The wing is the exterior, which is made of your composite thing, like a skin, but it is very less in strength. So you stiffen it. So that stiffening is done by means of these stiffeners or stringers, we call it. You see these cutouts. इनमें से we are trying to take out cutouts iteratively. Second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration, fifth iteration. So this is my lightest wing stringer. That is the concept of topology, which will be shown to you. So for example, I just said the beam, classical beam is uniform in cross section. जब आप topology optimization करेंगे तो ऐसे ऐसे कहीं कहीं निकाल देगा. The question is how to manufacture. So this is the biggest drawback, and यहीं पे additive manufacturing आपका मसीहा है, देखेंगे अभी. So all these chassis designs and all, for example, the roof of this car or jeep up there could have been solid like this, but what you are doing is cutting it out. Similarly, these structures in civil, ये bracket का example है, मोटा बड़ा नहीं चाहिए. So the example I just said is that of a chassis. If you see a chassis of a truck or a bus, isn't it? You might have seen those cutouts there. अभी तक कभी गौर नहीं किया होगा, ये कटआउट सिर्फ कोई दिखाने के लिए नहीं है. दिस इज बेसिकली लाइट वेटिंग, because the stresses are low in this portion, the stresses are less, so let me cut it out and make it lightweight. Quickly, definition of optimization we all know. So there will be an iterative process, a mathematical process. ये जुगाड़ technique, in Hindi we might say that optimization कर रहे हैं, जुगाड़ लगा रहे हो. That we do it naturally, exam में number लेने के लिए, etc., etc. But here we are trying to find an optima of a function or an equation. Okay, and mostly we have constraints. तो अगर कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं लगी है जीवन में या हद नहीं है कोई, तो मजा नहीं है, तो फ्री वर्ल्ड नहीं है. So you always work under some constraints, whether it is a time constraint or a manpower constraint or cost constraint or whatever. So that is what is this, the technical definition to optimization. You're trying to maximize or minimize under a given scenario, under a set of circumstances, under some limits. Now, what do we all optimize? You all know profit, cost, इनको सबको maximize करते हैं, quality, MRR, surface finish, etc. But in topology optimization, we want to maximize the stiffness. And stiffness, as you know, is load upon deflection. So we want to maximize the stiffness, means minimize the deflection. This is our objective in topology optimization. इसका उल्टा देखिए, minimize, जैसे profit को maximize करना है तो loss को minimize, output को maximize, so input. So all these are there. For example, factor of safety, delay, vibration, noise, weight, all these I want to minimize. And in topology optimization, we want to minimize what is called deflection. And instead of deflection, the other terms are commonly called as strain energy, or the technical word is compliance. So stiffness का उल्टा होता है compliance. So I want to minimize the compliance. All right. And I want to make it more stiff in topology optimization. Now, what is topology? I'm taking you to that. CAD geometric modeling, we have all studied. You have different types of models: wireframe model, surface model, solid model. Yes, any doubts? Anybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between topology and shape optimization?
Yeah, I am coming to that. Yes, I've still not told what is topology. After this, it will be clear.
Okay.
Just give me
Thank you,
2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in CAD, for example, you know, we do what is called this exterior line by line wireframe model. When you put a covering, all right, just take, say, if you take those 4 matchsticks, then those 4 matchsticks there, and then you add them all with a cover, you get a surface model. But if you make it as a watertight, if you make it a watertight complete, you get what is called a solid model inside also. In solid modeling, as you know, in we teach also, we have 3 popularly used schemes. One of them is called constructive solid geometry, where we use primitives like my cylinder, my sphere, and my box, those approaches. And we apply Boolean operators, plus, minus, and difference, and union, all that we do. Then there is another concept which is called boundary representation, or BREP, and the third is sweep technique. Now, the concept of topology is taken up in this BREP thing. So in the BREP, there are 2 things. First is geometry. We all know what is the shape, what is the length and coordinate of vertices will govern the geometry. The second thing is topology. So what we infer from topology is the connectivity of all these different parts, and the concept of neighborhood. When I say neighborhood, so somebody is inside the house, somebody is outside the house, and somebody is on the boundary. So this is the CAD concept of neighborhood. So this is in, this is out, and this is on the boundary. Okay, so the topology is all talking about first thing connectivity, and second is neighborhood. Let me explain you by this. A simple example taken from Zaid is you take same geometry, these 2 shapes, same geometry but different topology. Have a look at this. You see this arc is there. The center of this arc is outside this body. The same arc I just rotated like this, the center of the arc is inside. So what is now happening is the way this neighborhood is coming into picture, the topology is changing. The same example I can show you. The topology is same, but geometry is different. So you see this coordinates are different. This coordinate there is different to that coordinate there. However, the center of this arc outside there also and there also. So this is by means of a simple example that the neighborhood is the same, but the vertex coordinates are different. So same topology, different geometry. Now in mathematics, what happens is topology is a mathematics subject. You know, in MSc mathematics and all, you teach it as a subject. So what we do is mathematically we study the properties of continuously changing objects. For example, when we bend anything, when we deform anything, when we twist anything, or when we stretch anything, what happens? The same shape changes. For example, just take it in case of a UTM. In UTM, if you are inducing some bending there or some bending there, what will happen is it will change the shape. So this change of shape is studying this continuously changing shape because of twisting, deformation, bending, stretching is what is coming under topology. So for example, I will show you this. Some of you might be aware of this thing called Mobius strips. These Mobius strips have no fixed shape. इसको थोड़ा सा भी हिलाते हैं, you get a different shape. Okay, this is a single surface. See that is a single surface there, and those edges are like one edge. So continuously changing shapes you get. Now, what we are trying to do in topology optimization is you are trying to optimize any of the objective function, whether it is reducing the mass or reducing the displacement or maximizing the strain energy, minimizing the strain energy, that type of a minimum type, or you are trying to work under the constraint. For example, I have been repeatedly saying that it should not break. So the factor of safety of say 3 should not be violated. Otherwise, what will happen is the topology optimization will be increasing. But please remember that the functionality should not be disturbed. Okay, the functionality can be in terms of say factor of safety or natural frequency or some deflection is not allowed. So those type of constraints we will always deal in topology. Let's see some examples now. You see, this is a typical bracket. If I make a normal bracket, this will be the shape. But when I will apply topology, as the stress is less in this region, the stress is less, so take out material. The stress was less here, take out material. Okay. Another example is that of this crane hook, which is used for lifting loads. So by manufacturing, this is very easy to manufacture. Okay, so forge it, you get it. But if you see it from stress perspective, the stress is less in this middle part there. So can I make it lightweight? This is one example. And for students, if they will say that the CAD model is not available, for example, if I want this crane hook, this is not available. So this is a website which popularly gives you free downloadable models, CAD models called grabcad.com. Go there, download it, and then do topology optimization. Up now, what happens is, I told you just now that you will get some very fancy shapes. ये देखिए ऐसे type का shape आ गया. Those type of shapes are very, very difficult to manufacture. Therefore, you are not able to do it by casting, forming, machining, and therefore additive manufacturing is our newborn savior. Something like this, if you want to do, for example, this is very, very easy to do it by welding and forming and so on. But when you will do topology optimization, you see those type of lattices and all will be created. Now, how to manufacture it? Or you see this highly complicated. And these cannot be manufactured by a single piece, 2-piece mold, 3-piece mold. What we need is a multi-piece mold in casting or investment casting. So it becomes extremely expensive to do with this multi-piece mold. The design of these molds are expensive. The manufacturing is expensive. It is time consuming. Therefore, we use in additive manufacturing very, very easy. Now, let me, okay, so is that question clear on what is topology optimization? And then somebody was asking what is shape optimization. So the answer is, I will tell you later also, in Abacus, when I will demonstrate, you can do what is called topology, you can do size optimization, you can do shape optimization, you can do bead optimization. Shape ka meaning ye hai, I just said, just say for example, this pen is there. Now the pen, if I take the cross section of this pen is say circular. can I convert this circular section into a square section? Same काम करेगा. So that is the meaning of shape. Okay, elliptical shape. Instead of say circular, I can keep it as an elliptical shape. It is a different form or a different shape. That optimization comes under shape optimization. And this what we are doing is coming under topology. And then there is something called size optimization. So the meaning of size is take a circle, the radius of the circle can be 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that number, whether it is 5 mm or 6 mm or 7 mm or 8 mm, that is size optimization. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So shape is to deal with those cross sections. Like I said, you are making say scaffolding, isn't it? Are you aware of scaffolding, which is used in buildings?
Yes, sir.
ये जो building बनाते हैं, तो you might have seen that outside they put those jali type of a thing, you know, like a net.
Yes,
Those
sir,
are
yes.
called scaffolding.
Yeah.
So if you see those scaffolding, they are nothing but pipe sections. But when I say pipe, it is meaning is normally it is circular. But I can have a square pipe, I can have a rectangular pipe. Hollow, it is still hollow, but it can be square or rectangular or circular. So fixing that square, circle, rectangle is shape. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Right. Let me tell you now the methodology of topology optima. What exactly happens in when we do it? I am telling you finite element based optimization of topology. So 11:10 already. Yes. So what we do is by means of an ANSYS example of a disk wheel. You see, this is my initial design of the disk wheel. This is the heavy one. So what I will first do is I will do static FEA analysis. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important slide. Please pay your attention to this. This is what we start off. We start off with the original heavy design, which we want to make it lightweight. So first thing I will do static FEA. Now FEA, I'm sure all of you know, I can't cover that, although I will demonstrate. So what we will do is we will find stresses. So the stresses are high in this center part and the stresses are low in this outer periphery. So as I said, wherever less stress, you start taking out material. You see, less stress, there I am taking out material. This is the concept of topology. Now what happens is sometimes we will see that you get a very wavy surface like this. So then what is done is you extract the geometry as an STL file and take it into any CAD software like CATIA or SolidWorks and do something called smoothing. Smoothing means say this is a wavy surface like this. I will try to convert it into a straightened surface. Okay. Like the simple example is say if I have two surfaces like this, I'll try to put a fillet around there and make it smoothened there. Why? Because otherwise these wavy and bumpy surfaces will act as stress raisers. Okay. Even in manufacturing, your mold has to be that bumpy. Your molds are normally free form shape, continuous shape. हम क्या करते हैं इनको extract करते हैं. The topology optimized shape is a slightly wavy type of a. So I have to extract the geometry and smoothen it. And what is the literal meaning of smoothening in CAD is the continuity. The continuity which can be C0, C1, C2, C3. So you are trying to increase the continuity. So this was basically C1 continuity. I am adding another higher order and making it instead of slope continuity. That was point continuity. Sorry, that was C0 continuity. I am trying to make it slope continuous or even higher as curvature continuous. Okay, so that is done. After you do the smoothing, it becomes like a new geometry. It becomes like a new geometry. So this geometry has to be also reanalyzed. So I will do another FEM on this new geometry. And this is my final geometry. Is that process clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is the process clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is clear. Thank you.
So how many times I am doing FEA? I am doing once this. Then the second topology optimization is also FEM based. And then one more validation I am doing. 3 times I am doing FEM basically. The third one is not necessary. This validation is not necessary. but at least I will have to do once there for getting what? Then idea. So get an idea, किधर से निकालना है? To get an idea, I have to do FEA analysis, and then I will do topology. So in topology, I will demonstrate it runs in two steps. First step is do static FEA, and the second step is then do FEA of topology optimization. Is it clear? This is, by the way, available on Google. I just picked it up from there. Disk wheel analysis, topology optimization in ANSYS. This is another example of a brake pedal. You see, let us say there is a truck or a bus, uska driver is applying brakes. Now, if you drive for 5 hours, you know, you apply brakes 200 times. Now, when the volume or the weight is heavy, this is a very fatiguing exercise. Bar brake lagana, bar brake lagana. Thakta hai driver, the driver gets fatigued. So what I'm trying to make it is lightweight. So I am trying to make it lightweight. Wherever stress, keep the material. Wherever less stress, remove the material. So you see iteratively from 100 to 73 to 64 to 59, 50% volume. See, different designs are coming out every time. And remember, it will not break, but this is going to be a lighter brake pedal and much more ergonomic and less fatiguing to the driver. Let us take the third example. I showed you one disc wheel. I showed you the second, which is a brake pedal. The third example, which I'm showing you, is a very popular, and this we do it in our projects also when I teach optimization or when I teach finite element also. In that I teach topology optimization. So the idea is to design and optimize a con rod or a connecting rod. We all know what is a connecting rod as shown here. We want to make it lightweight, right? Because when you make it lightweight, all the parts, the mileage will increase or the BSFC will change. All right, the specific fuel comes there. So we will apply finite element based topology optimization. This is the big end of the connecting rod, that is the small end. But I will take out some material here. Wherever possible, wherever the stresses are low, take out the material. This is the problem. So as somebody was asking, these are the options. You can do topology, you can do shape, you can do size, you can do bead. Bead ka meaning aapko pata hoga. Let us say we want to put a bead for strengthening. So this is like a bead here for strengthening. This is a vertical standing something. I want to stiffen it. That is bead. So plenty of softwares are available. The champion software, ANSYS वगैरह बहुत popularly use होता है. Abacus I will demonstrate today. Fusion 360. So all of them nowadays have topology optimization. But the best and the by far the fastest one is called OptiStruct. OptiStruct. All right. This is a very, very robust software and it does things very quickly. Abacus may take 45 minutes. This will do it in 3 to 5 minutes. Very popularly used in the industry also. Okay. Now the methodology. Any doubts so far? Because I'm now slowly going
from HyperWorks.
Yes, HyperWorks product it is. Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. They have HyperMesh also as the champion meshing software in finite element. HyperMesh, the same product. Yes, it's called OptiStruct from HyperWorks. Yes, Altair.
Thank you,
is Altair.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Any other doubts? Any other doubts? Otherwise, I'm slowly moving towards the last phase, which is the demo on topology optimization on Abacus. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts? All right. At least the methodology is clear. What did I say? I said you start off with your original CAD, right? Do a static FEA. In that static FEA, you will see stresses. That gives you some idea what will be the likely shape. And then when you will conduct topology optimization, it takes a while because it's an iterative process. Dire, it will go from 100% mass. Say you say I want to go to 70% mass. So it will not jump from 100 to 70 in one go. It will come from 100 to 95, 95 to 93 and 80 and 78 and then 75 like that. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so now in Abacus, I'm now slowly taking you towards that. Abacus FEM software, again from Dassault Systems or Simulia, very popular, very powerful FEM software. So this, as you know, in FEM, there are three parts, three blocks basically. We do first is called pre-processing, and then we do solution. After having modeled it, all your modeling is done there. We solve the problem, and when the results are available, you do what is called post-processing. So these are the three blocks. So FEM, as you know, not much I can cover. We do different modules. First thing is you do the CAD part, which is this part module. Then all your material properties like E new are assigned here. Then when you have multiple parts, for example, if I take this pen here, this pen is made of a body and then a cap and a refill and that cap and all. So I will have to model it as 3-4 different parts, and then I will have to assemble them by suitably rotating, translating. So all this business of rotating, translating and assembling is done in this assembly module. Then the fourth module is called step module, where the type of analysis, for example, if I'm doing thermal analysis, or if I'm doing buckling analysis, or if I'm doing, say, nonlinear transient analysis, all that type of analysis will be defined here in the step module. Fifth module is called interaction. As the name is indicating, two bodies are interacting. So let us say you have a train rail wheel moving on a rail track. So the rail track is there and the wheel is on top of it. Or on the road, you have a rubber tire of a car running. So the interaction, whether it is friction or sliding or contact, all those properties, film conditions in thermal, right, heat transfer coefficient, etc., is defined in interaction. And then load, as you know, in FEM, the load is to be given point load, UDL, moment, like a dynamic load, etc. All can be specified here. Also the boundary conditions, whether it is fixed boundary condition or simply supported or roller, etc., can be defined here in the load module. Then the last of it in the pre-processing is called meshing. So meshing, as you know, in finite element, any domain or any structure is discretized or broken up into smaller parts. Why? So that you can better approximate it. So you discretize into smaller parts. That is called meshing. That part is done there. Then we come to the core, which is our optimization. इसके अंदर सारा topology related. What is to be given, I'm going to tell you in the next 5 minutes. So some inputs will come here. This is not normally done. If you do static FEA, you don't have to come to the optimization module. So here you will say whether it is shape or size or topology, what is your output, what is your objective function, what are your constraints, all that will be defined here. Once you do all this, your pre-processing is ready. Step number 1 is ready. Nothing has been solved so far. Only the modeling has been done. Then we will solve it. And as you know, in finite element, there are a system of linear simultaneous equations, typically something like F is equal to KU, where F is my load, K is my stiffness, U is my displacement. Stiffness is given by load upon displacement. So that is the concept. These unknowns are my displacement. And as you know, primary unknown is displacement. Displacement से strain निकलता है, strain से stress निकलता है. Stress, these stresses are normal stresses. From there you can get your principal stresses, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. From there you can get your von Mises stress, and from this von Mises stress I can get my factor of safety. So this is the entire FEM, normal FEM for mechanical static. Okay, quickly I will repeat. When I will apply force on any body, it will deflect. This deflection will give strain, and using the concept of modulus of elasticity, you can find normal stresses. And when I say normal stresses, these are sigma xx, yy, tau xy, those are found out. From there you get your principal stresses. And from your principal stress, we popularly use what is called von Mises, because the von Mises is the 3D stress state. Von Mises is like an equivalent 3D. Therefore, it is very, very popularly used. Distortion energy theory of failure. All of you know. Please revise it also, all those who are interested. और जब ये मिल जाता है von Mises, तो आप factor of safety आप निकाल सकते हैं overall. Okay. So I hope the concept is clear of FEM. Okay. So as I said, first we will do static FEA, and then this is the important part in topology, that what we do is called something called partitioning. So this partitioning is done into two two domains. One is called a design domain and no design. Let me explain you by means of this. So you see this conrod is here again, same example. What I will do is, you see this is my design space. So this thing in the middle. So take out material from this. All right. Whereas these blue, the big end and the small end are set to be non-design. So don't disturb. The meaning of this is don't play with this area. Don't disturb these non-design area. Whatever material you want to extract, you should only extract from this design space. Okay. Now you might say कि sir कौन सा design space लेंगे, कौन सा non-design. So you see, for example, wherever you have like in a bracket, you have put the bracket on the wall. So wherever it has been nailed, if you allow it to be disturbed, what it will do is that boundary condition or that nailing or fixing, it will disturb it. Similarly, wherever the load is applied, if the load, like in a chair, let me give you an analogy. In chair, you are sitting on the chair. जहां पे आप बैठे हैं on that load surface area, if you will start saying that remove material, it will remove all the material. You will not be able to sit. Or imagine on a road, you are, I will show you my example, is a bridge optimization. On a road, if you say take out material from the road, it will create what? Potholes. And your car is not able to go successfully on that. That type of a decision is to be taken. Where will I take material out and where I will not disturb? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yeah. So apply some wisdom. Otherwise, what will happen if you leave everything to the software? You will get some very, very funny shapes. So what is done is something called partitioning. So I will, let us say in 2D, if I explain. So let us say if the boundary condition, this is like a cantilever beam loaded there. So if I allow this area to be disturbed, what will happen is it may cut out like this. So there is no more load applied there. What I will do is this area I will say is my non-design. Similarly, you see the boundary condition is applied. I will say that some area around this is my non-design and the middle can be designed. So for making that, I have to do what is called partitioning. So I will partition my area like this. So this is one part, this is second part. So this is first part, this is second part, this is third part. So this third part is non-design, the first part is non-design, the second part is design. So therefore, partitioning is needed, splitting is needed in finite element. Having done all this, then I will go to my first thing was choose the task. Whether I want to do topology or I want to do shape or I want to do size or bead, the first thing I will choose is the task. So let us say I will choose topology. All right. And then this is the option that I can freeze the loads and boundary condition region. So it means it will become the non-design region. Then I will choose what is my response. Then I will choose my objective function. Then I will apply constraints. And there are some manufacturing constraints also, which is called geometric restriction. In Abacus, you call it as geometric restriction. For example, as you know, in casting or in forging, right, mostly the parts are symmetrical. Mostly the parts are symmetrical. So about the center line or about the parting line, it is symmetrical mostly. Sometimes what happens is, let us say example I'll give you is of a fan. जब fan आप लगाते हैं, तो if I have 3 blades, the 3 blades are at 120 degree. Have you seen any disturbed or non-symmetric structure like that? No. It can be possible, but any object you take around you will have some or the other symmetry. You take a chair, you take a table, you take any helicopter, either it will be having right-left symmetry or top-bottom symmetry or front-back symmetry. किसी न किसी form की symmetry, most of the objects have it. Let us say you take myself. If you see in the front view, the right and left is almost symmetrical, isn't it? The front and back is not symmetrical. The top and bottom is not symmetrical, but at least right and left. So some sort of a symmetry is always there, and this symmetry has to be enforced. And that is the meaning of this geometric restriction. Otherwise, manufacturing होने में दिक्कत होता है. Are you getting the idea? Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting? See, if you don't
Yes, sir.
impose this, if you don't impose, you see the software is free to take out material from wherever possible. So let us say you are trying to reduce my weight. Okay, let us take my body was the structure to be optimized topology. तो वो क्या करेगा, एक कान का यहाँ से निकाल देगा, let us say. All right, then what will happen is the symmetry is lost. So that is what happens in real life also, that I will apply some geometric conditions. Okay, they are governed from manufacturing. That is important. And stopping conditions. Obviously, you know, in any optimization or any numerical method, we have to converge. Okay, I will do 3 iterations. So that 3 is the number of iterations becomes the stopping criteria. So I will not cover all this. Single objective, multi-objective, both are possible. See all these parameters: strain, energy, displacement, volume, weight, stress, frequency, moment of inertia. See, I can maximize the moment of inertia. This can be my objective. So I'll skip this. Yeah. Now the objective function, as you know, can be minimized or maximized, or sometimes we also do minimize the maximum of it. And when you do multi-objective, you have to set up different weights. So my objective 1 plus objective 2 have equal weights. So this is 0.5 and this is 0.5. But sometimes I can give 75% weightage to my objective 1. So 25% weightage will be given to objective 2. All this setting can be done in Abacus. And constraints, as I said, can be of these types that you have, like factor of safety. Sometimes I will say as equal to type, and sometimes it will be like greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to type. Geometric restriction, I said, due to manufacturing. Yes. So this is what happens. Let me tell you all this, whatever I was saying, by means of a real life. So this is some structure, like this is the CAD model of it. When I will do the FEM analysis, static FEM, I will get some stresses. So all this blue is light stress, all the red will be large stress. So wherever you have less stress, you remove material. But I have to put some manufacturing constraints, you see. So those shapes, those are not coming. Topology optimization software gave this product, but I cannot manufacture it. My manufacturing is forcing me like this. And therefore, I am doing some smoothing and remeshing. And then I will get my final CAD geometry. If you compare this topology optimized geometry with this manufacturing constraint, it is a different geometry. Okay. Why? Because I am applying some manufacturing constraint. Otherwise, I could have directly come here, smoothened it, remeshed it, and that would have been my final shape. Okay. So let me show you one example there. This is given in YouTube also. It's a bridge topology optimization. Okay. So let me tell you. Sorry. Yes, so I was trying to tell you this. So this is my bridge. The yellow which you see is my design area, and the green which you see is my non-design area. I told you road. Yes, see this the cars will go along this road. If you take out material from this road, it will be a bumpy road, potholed road. So therefore, this green area I will say non-design, and the yellow will become a design. And I will do static FEM, and in doing static FEM, I will get a stress plot. Now you see, this is the simply supported. Okay, I think I did not show you there. Yeah, the boundary condition is applied there, like see there, like a simply supported there and there. Okay, that is mine. So as you know, at the boundary condition there, you will have maximum stresses. The reds are maximum. But you see, this is the blue area. This is the less stress area. So what I'm getting a trend is something like this. I have written it here. See the stress trend to get an idea of the likely optimized geometry. So what it means is, if this area I can remove, all material from this area I can remove it. But I have to keep a shape like this, because maximum stress is here and it is decreasing. This is what happens. You will see the YouTube link is there, YouTube video is there. All those who have Abacus software can conduct this Abacus topology optimization of a bridge. So you see, this is my original. The original was this, and the optimized structure is like this. And this is that road I was saying. If you see this road here, this is my non-design. So no cutouts are coming here. However, here all these cutouts are coming. This entire portion has been cut out. That entire portion has been cut out. And if you see, this is a much lighter and it is still functional bridge. Okay, will be a functional bridge. It's a concept basically. Are you getting it? The same I can demonstrate by means of this example I will show you like this. So this example I will show you in the next 5 minutes. I will take a simple example of a bracket. Okay, I showed you already in one of my slides. So this is a bracket which is fixed here on the wall and it is loaded there on the top surface. Is the problem clear? Ladies and gentlemen, is the problem clear? Conduct topology optimization of this.
Yes, sir.
What is our objective? Our objective is to minimize the strain energy. When I say minimize strain energy, means minimize deflection. But as I said, some constraint will have to be applied. All right. What? If I want to minimize deflection, 100% material will be the stiffest. Do you agree? Minimum deflection means maximum stiffness. For maximum stiffness, you need maximum material, isn't it? But I don't want that. I want to make it light and light and light. Yet I want to keep the deflection under control. So that 70% volume instead of 100, I gave you the example of brake pedal. Yaad aa raha hai? Are you recalling 100? Then it went to 90, then it went to 75, then it went to 65. Finally, it came to 50%. So something like that, instead of 50, I have fixed it at 70 here. And the general advice is don't eat it too much. I mean, don't take big bites. Don't directly say that from 100, I will come down to 50. See, in life, nothing happens half. It is like incremental change. When we do any research also, any 10% change is a good enough change. Any 5% improvement is a good improvement. So when students in many PhD theses, I have seen 38% improvement, 42% improvement. That is all normally not something very revolutionary. Okay, so my advice to you is go from 100 to 90, then try to go to 80, then try to come to 75 instead of directly reducing it from 100 to 25. Please don't do that. Okay, so this is what we will see. I have already put some snapshots. The same I will demonstrate just for quick understanding. So I will do static FEA. As you know the methodology, first do static FEA. So the von Mises stress will come out maximum there, you see, and the value is 111 MPa. And let us say you take it as 110. If my yield strength is say 220 MPa, so the factor of safety is equal to 2. Do you agree? Typically, if I take steel as the material and if I take 220 MPa or if I take 330 MPa, let us say, if it is 330 MPa, then the factor of safety is 3 as of now. Do you agree? ठीक है साहब? ठीक है ना जी?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. However, what I wanted to do the static FEA is to what? To get the trend. You see the minimum stress is there and the stress is in that trend. So this trend will give me an idea of the likely optimized geometry. I will not disturb this area. Why? Because this is that loading area. So let us say I will call it as non-design, but this middle portion I will keep it as design area. So it will bite material, it will eat out material from this area like this, slowly, iteratively. It will start from this left end. Let me clean my slate. Yeah, it will start off biting material, means in FEM it will take out. What happens in FEM? It will take out what? Element by element. Element by elements, it will start taking out. So imagine you have a pizza and that pizza is divided into 360 parts. So that part which has less stress, that pizza part will be taken out. 1 degree, 360 degrees, that's the whole pizza. If I split it into 1 degree parts, there are 360 parts. Now, which of them will be removed? So that slice will be removed where the stress is low. So here you see these are tetrahedral elements. These will be removed. And then this will be removed. Then this will be removed. Then this will be removed. Gradually it will remove unless you go from 100 to 90 to 80 to 70. This is how.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
According to this, then we have to go for fine sized particles, means fine grid optimizations or something, in order to have
Yeah,
a
meshing,
smooth.
meshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
Yeah.
said, meshing has to be finer. As I said, remember the analogy I gave is of a pizza. If you split it into 360 parts, it will be 1 degree. If you split it only into 6 parts, when it will remove 60 degree, it will eat up in one way, in one go. You don't want that. It has to be smooth. Dhire, 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 dhire. For that, you have to divide it into 5.
Yes, sir. Sir, once the grid of convergence is there, like it is free from the grid, means mesh
Mesh
convergence is
convergence you have
already
done.
there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
still for the topology optimization, do we have to get a finer mesh
No,
in order
that
to
is
have
fair
a
enough.
better?
See, this is the trade-off. Mesh
Okay.
convergence. Yeah, I got your point. See, you do conduct mesh convergence, you get say element size of 2 mm. Okay. Uske niche, you can go further down. All right. But at least 2 mm if you keep, you are getting stable results. Further down, you can go for making a smoother topology optimization. But please remember, the finer the mesh, the longer it will take. Okay.
The cost, computation cost will be higher.
Increase. Yes. See, now if you see this bracket of mine, there are so many big elements here. This is just for demo purpose. I will demonstrate. I will make it even bigger. I will make it even finer. It will take a while. Okay. Now the choice is yours. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what this is 111 MPa. Now you see this type of I was showing. You see it will start biting from here, and there you see this wavy surface is coming. Why? Because those tetrahedral mesh. I have done tetrahedral mesh. Tet mesh is being removing material. This is the trend. It is going in this direction like this. Okay. Wherever it is red means no remove, no material removed. In blue, maximum material is removed. So you see this is loading area. I don't want to play with the loading. I don't want to disturb. I could have even frozen the boundary. I did not freeze the boundary condition. Therefore, it ate up from the right side. Oh, sorry, left side it ate up. And this is that when I will decrease the content, you see now I will do stress analysis. The stress is 210. Last time kitna stress tha? 110. Now it has increased to 210. So the factor of safety earlier was 3 and now it has become 1.5. But if 1.5 say below you are not aligned, so you will have to stop here. If your constraint is 1.5 factor of safety, you cannot go below this. You cannot eat up more material here. No, because of this constraint of factor of safety. Otherwise, it will eat up material. It will become lightweight, but it will fail. Are you getting? So this is that whole concept of topology. And similarly, in Conrod example, you will remove material, but you see it is a rough one. So you will do smoothing. When you will do smoothing, you will have to do one more FEM, and then you can get like, see this to be smoothened for final manufacturing. You see this area is all taken out, element by element by element. This is big and don't play with it. This is small and don't play with it. Non-design. So yellow is non-design. Yellow is non-design, green is design area. Time is running out. Yeah, you can try different materials. You can do mesh convergence as somebody was asking. Yes, but solution time is, I have written everything. Then apply manufacturing constraints. The idea is to preferably get a symmetrical optimized geometry. For example, let me go back here. If your con rod, if you know the con rod, the right side and this left side have to be symmetrical. But sometimes you will find, like, see here, there is not a symmetrical shape. This will pose problems in manufacturing. So therefore, I have to do smoothing. I also have to apply my geometric restriction, which is manufacturing restriction. Okay, let me skip all this. Time is a bit less. You can try shape, size, etc. Couple of videos I want to show here. I am not only giving you the reference. Abacus topology optimization, ANSYS topology optimization. You can go to the net. Everything is available. The Conrod topology optimization is available in various papers. All these predatory papers, you may please refer to them. So final out 10 odd minutes, 15 odd minutes, I see. So after having spoken, having given the demo part is only left. Any research idea, are they coming in light of all this? Where can you apply all this lecture of mine? Any ideas are coming in the minds of any participant? Like Conrod, people have published papers. So can you think of doing any research student level project in the field of lattice design or in the field of topology optimization?
In any machine component, we can easily apply this kind of topology optimization where it is actually dealt with the forces or different kind of boundary conditions.
Absolutely. Yes. So you take any, let us say you go to a military base. Now in military, as you know, everything is so heavy. You go to railways, sab loha laga hua, heavy stuff, isn't it? Whereas you come to a mobile phone market, it is all very light and nice. Shoes, for example, furniture, for example. So plenty of such small application areas, and remember, it should not fail. So that is just to kindle. So we are also doing a lot of work around all this, collaborating with CSI and Pretoria in South Africa, and RRCAT in Indore. We are using their machines because we don't have metal printers and all. I'll just quickly tell you what we are doing is, I did not speak, maybe other speakers might have, on this bioresorbable, this is the research and the future. Why should my stainless steel thing or titanium, which is a non-biodegradable thing there? So can I not make an implant of magnesium, which is a bioresorbable? It can melt inside the body, isn't it? Already these things are there, bioresorbable screws. For example, in all your surgeries, the screws and all nowadays are bioresorbable. So no need of any second surgery. And there is this company called Surgiware with whom we are interacting. Let us say, for example, stent. You put stents in your human body. Can they be made of bioresorbable materials? So, for example, this cranioplastic and craniofacial. If you meet any accident, this is all gone. The shell is broken. I can put an implant instead of a titanium implant. Can I put it as a magnesium implant because it is automatically absorbed? Some disturbance. Hello? Yeah. Thank you. But as you know, the problem with magnesium is highly oxidizing nature. So that is the control part. We're doing some work. In one of my MTech thesis student in 2020, I heard that he worked on 3D printed this cast for wrist fractures. So when you have fractures around the wrist there, your traditional cast is all that white one, which is made of calcium carbonate, isn't it? So instead of that, can I have a 3D printed cast? So we did some topology optimization, made it lightweight. It also breathes. So that was printed and we had some tapes there. So this is where is like a support there, very good looking and all. Yeah, we filed a patent also. It's in process. Yeah, some top SCI journals in the field of additive, although I should not speak, but I thought of sharing with you. A couple of conferences, India also has it in Bangalore every year, the Additive Manufacturing Society. These are some of the leading researchers groups, go to Nottingham, Loughborough and Delaware and all. In India also, a lot of IITs and NITs are working in this field. We also work a lot around composite materials lately into all this printing of composites, some FEM, some CAD and optimization I do in a big way. apply the DOE concept using Minitab for any experimental work, etc. This is one request to all you people out there is on research ethics. Say no to plagiarism, including self-plagiarism, and this predatory conferences and journal impact factor of 6.9. All that is blah blah useless. Please don't subscribe to them. You are paying 3,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, and next day your paper is online. Please don't be in the mad rush of all this. Yeah, this is that key textbooks already possibly told to you on additive manufacturing by Gibson. Very good book. Yeah. So let me end up and I can give Dr. Adesham, if time permits, then 5-7 minutes, or maybe I can take first questions.
Yeah, you can carry on.
Okay, 5 minutes I'll give the demo because already I have put snapshots of it. The same I will show. So let me thank the team at CCET and my research group, both in India and South Africa and UK, where I have been all my D, doctoral and master student. Without them, I could not showcase all that TPMS, gyroid thing and all also. A lot of work we are doing around that area. All the interested participants may see my Google Scholar page. You'll get the outputs which we are doing. Atal AICT also needs to be complemented for it. So let me move on quickly to the abacus. Yeah. Adeshamji, can you confirm if you are able to see this abacus of mine?
Yes, sir.
दिख रहा है? थोड़ा short में रखेंगे next 5 odd minutes. You see, I told you part, property, assembly, step, interaction, load, mesh, optimization. All this is pre-processing. So let me very quickly run through. You see part. So this is my part here. I showed you this is a very simple triangle. इसका पूरा मैंने आपको दिखा भी दिया. The same I am showing you by the demo here. So this is a triangular part, and then I will put up some property. The material properties are all given here. See this isotropic Young's modulus, Poisson's ratio. You can define there. Let me use the mouse. Yes. Okay. So the second module is the property module, and then come to assembly. I will bring it. It is a single part, no problem. I have brought it. Step I said is the type of analysis. In the type of analysis, let me show you here. You see coupled temperature analysis, coupled thermoelectric analysis, dynamic analysis, soil analysis, static analysis. Then I can do any type of analysis, thermal analysis. You see linear perturbation, buckling. All that is defined here. I have chosen static analysis. Please remember the first step I said was static analysis. Why? To get an idea of the likely geometry. कहाँ maximum है, कहाँ stress कम है, वो देखने के लिए we will do static. We will not directly jump to topology optimal. Then come to interaction. Here there is no interaction. Come to load, and in the load I can show you if I edit this. You see the load is applied on the top surface there. It is a UDL pressure load on top, randomly applied. I can also show you the boundary condition. This is the fixed boundary condition there. Let me rotate it. Yeah, is left face पे this is the boundary condition of fixed there. Okay, so that is also applied. Load is over, boundary condition. You see Ncaster is the word. In the left side, if you see pinned geometry, pinned boundary condition, Ncaster boundary condition, any boundary condition you want to apply, you can apply there. Okay, so this is the simplest example. I can show the front view of that, and then the isometric is there. Fine. Having done load boundary condition, I'll come to mesh. Now you see this is the mesh there. This is a tetrahedral mesh. Okay. If I want to make it finer, I can delete it. You see the size right now is 4. If I make it 2, I will not solve it because in topology optimization it takes a while, maybe 30 minutes and so on. But I can at least apply this mesh here and show you how it will be improved. So if I mesh this, I'm meshing the instance. You see now the same mesh is finer mesh, and at the bottom, if you will see, it is showing 4,234 elements. Okay, 4,234 elements when I change the seeding from 4 to 2. Earlier it was a coarser mesh, now it is a finer mesh. I have already showed you now the pre-processing. Optimization, let me quickly tell you. When I come to optimization, these are the 4 things. The first is the task. The second is the response. The third is the objective function. The fourth is my constraint. So I have already created, you see, this topology optimization. If I create one more, I can do topology optimization, shape optimization, size optimization, bead. I have already solved it of this bracket, topology optimization. Similarly, come to this response. The response is strain energy and volume. So strain energy has to be minimized, keeping the volume as a constraint. Then I will come here. You see, this is minimize what? My response, which is strain energy. Okay. And then I will come to constraint. The constraint is my volume, which is 40%. Okay. In my text, I wrote 70. This is actually 60. Okay. So it will try to do it. So this is optimization setting. When I will come to job, which is the solution, I have already solved it. You see, this is already completed. I will show you directly the results. So now if you see, ladies and gentlemen, you see, this is the stress. The stress, as I said already, the maximum is there around 87 MPa. 87 MPa. Okay. But the important thing to see is, if you will see here, the minimum stress is on this blue area. It means it will start removing material. Topology optimization will slowly try to take out material from here and go in this direction like this. Okay. Does it make some sense? This is the deflected shape of it because it is a cantilever. Does it make some sense? Any doubts so far? Okay. Any doubts? Hello. All right. So I will then, I have already done the optimization. You see, this is that optimized shape. If I show you, you see, initially it is there, and then I will do one by one. ये देखिए ऐसे बाइट करेगा, ऐसे 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 करता जा रहा है, करता जा रहा है, करता जा रहा है. Can you see there? This is what it is doing slowly and slowly. Okay. Now, if you see, you manufacture this is a very bumpy surface. So therefore, we will have to do smoothing and all. Okay. I can plot that material property I said. See, this red means no material has been removed because that was my loading condition. No material removed. Here, maximum material removed in blue area. Okay. All right. So I think, yes, process I covered in quick, but I hope it was reasonably clear. Any question answers, I should be more than happy to take. Let me stop sharing.
Yeah, please, participants, if you have any query, you can ask now.
Yeah, stop my sharing. Any doubts, anybody?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Whether
we can, whether can we do corrosion testing? Because in ANSYS only erosion we can do the simulation. In Abaqus, whether we can do corrosion testing using this simulation technique?
Okay, the question is slightly different. Corrosion modeling, the champion software is COMSOL. Okay, there's a dedicated module or a routine for corrosion modeling in COMSOL.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, this is not erosion and all. We are not rubbing something. This is topology optimization, which is taking out like erosion, you might say.
Okay.
Go to COMSOL for corrosion modeling. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. How many participants, Dr. Radheshyam? 40. Yeah, good.
52.
Yeah. So I hope I gave some insights and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any doubts, my email ID is there. Please feel free to interact with me. अब तो offline आ रहा है. Let's stop all this online business, and meet in person. Okay. Any doubts, anybody? Otherwise,
yes, anybody?
Bye-bye. Hello.
But thank you for letting us know the very good insight related to the topology optimization and the additive manufacturing as well. Thank you very much.
See, I could not give a demo on lattice design and topology. Bhi mere paas hai. I could not give a demo on it. It takes time, you see. We can hold another session on it. Okay. If no doubts, then time to say a bye-bye. Thank you then.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time and sharing your knowledge and experience with us. This session was very interesting and wonderful. You have given a lot of information and knowledge about the topology optimization and lattice design. And with the help of so many examples, you also shown the demo of that software also. So it was a wonderful experience for all of us. And I'm sure that all the participants would have been benefited by this session. And also, if they want to contact you, they can contact with you. Already you have given your contact email ID. So thank you all the participants for joining and attending the whole session with lot of patience. So thank you, sir. Thank you all again.
Thank you. I hope I was able to make it more interactive and knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Namaskar.